All right. Hello and welcome back, everybody. I think I'm gonna stick these into the Loti, the Luck of the Irish playlist. So did a little bit off camera since the last time I made a video, and yeah, we need to kind of organize this because this is kind of like a new world. This is what happens when you don't pay for the realms. um, excuse me, I got to work out today too. I've been extremely lazy on my vacation. Ugh. There we go. So, anyways, but I am still on vacation. Happy Earth Day. My company is actually closed in observance of Earth Day, which is pretty neat. I don't know if the people trying to call in today think it's pretty neat, but I mean, you could wait a day. Like, you know, all of this stuff will, and actually, all of the major stuff ended up or was done by Monday, maybe yesterday at the latest, like lingering stuff. But I mean, if it's still like lingering 2 days out, nah, there's a problem. So, anyways, back to today. So, started off Earth Day really weird, had brown water. Googled it because I was like, wait, what's going on here? All right, so this has to catch up a little bit before oh, okay, I was gonna say it might crash. There we go. It was buffering all those changes because I broke all of those pumpkins or harvested them. Anyways, but yeah, I woke up to brown water, and so I Googled it, started to freak out. I was like, okay, I gotta call a plumber. I did have a maintenance guy out fixing the shower. Like, it was like completely molded around. They had to like spray it and all this, but like, got a nice new shower now. But dude did leave the screws out of the cover for the water thing. And and it's ironic because it wasn't just him. Like, I mean, there was another couple of people. I think they put the screws back, but they were digging some like internet cabling for the neighbor, and so it was just, I don't know. It's just funny stuff. So, anyways, and that just reminded me of a whole bunch of other stuff. But all that to say, it was just a hydrant flush or something like that because it went away after a bit. But rather than wasting the water, I was using a bunch of bowls and just swapping them out. Well, two bowls, I guess, but two large bowls, plastic bowls, and filling the water, which was like this brownish. It didn't smell, so that's why I believed it really was just like a hydrant flush, like just something. Like if it was like like God forbid, it was like someone's. Oops. And you know what, well, actually, first, do you have anything useful? Because, uh, okay, yeah, I'll take those. Alright, but I'm gonna kill you, though. Because these things like to trample my garden. In fact, we're gonna have to, well, maybe we could go this way. Oh, that's what we should do today. We should build the llama lounge. So, it's like, now that I'm still on vacation, but it's still like, I want to get some stuff done that I've been meaning to do. And I did do a little bit of work on this. Uh, there we go. I can still get around here. And so technically I am holding the reins to that, and Shazam! Alright. So, and I've been saving up my llamas. Like, I usually do this in the worlds that I have, so I can build a llama lounge. And what's crazy is, like, great minds think alike for sure. And someone else built a llama lounge, only that llama lounge is going to be a lot more useful. I mean, I think we're already seeing it anyway. We're seeing a whole movement of anti-hackers or anti-scammers, just people that are just like fed up with it. Like, they said, they looked at it like, absolutely not. In fact, IRL Rosie is one of my favorite such content creators where she messes with the scammers, and she is hilarious. Oh my gosh. And she claims she has ADHD, which I feel like just about everybody in my generation has at least a little bit, or they're on some kind of spectrum of like attention issues just from technology and like, all of that good stuff. And it's like the more like involved with technology we've become, the more scatterbrained we are. But at the same time, the more able we are to process multiple things simultaneously, similar to a computer system. Like, I don't know, it's interesting. But you got to be careful because then with my situation, and I have some family members that have it as well. Migraines. So like our brains just like are working too hard, and they're like, okay, no, stop. We didn't sign on for this. Like, for whatever reason. Usually, I think it's like not eating right, not drinking enough water, even if it's brown water. And that's the other thing I was thinking this morning. I was like, if you go camping, you might drink some water out of the river or something, or you got those like purifier sticks, or like, there might, you're not going to have the cleanest of water all the time, and then you think about what other people are going through, like in war zones and stuff, like they're lucky if they get brown water at all or any water. So, by comparison, by perspective, at the same time, that doesn't mean that I went and drank the brown water this morning. Like I ran it through. In fact, I could have run it through more, I'm thinking, like have a couple of buffers. And I was using those bowls to water the lawn. So, I mean, I wasn't even wasting the water. Like it started with rinsing out a coffee pot, and I was like, that's strange. The water's getting more brown, not less brown. And like, huh. And again, it didn't smell, so it wasn't like I nicked, or what are those things called? A septic tank. Like it wasn't something like that. So, also, wait, I kind of like looked at it, but I didn't talk about it before I forget. So we're going to work on two kinds of llama lounges today. I was building a Kubernetes cluster, really not doing anything yet, but like I was about to start on a new Ubuntu laptop with a new cluster, and it has, so my problem is I built a Kubernetes cluster on a virtual machine, and that's all great and all, but it has like 500 megabytes of spare memory. That's it. Like it can only store that much. So that's not going to be all that useful. But I have this laptop over here that has 500 gigabytes. I think, actually, I'd have to look. But anyways, and this is what I did last night. Um, I explored the entire map, and we're in peaceful, by the way. Now I switched it out. I might switch it back, but we'll see. I kind of like peaceful. I mean, it's fun not being in peaceful where you have enemies and stuff. But actually, you know what? We're gonna keep it in peaceful, and we're gonna explore the Nether. Oh my gosh, that's a winner right there. All right, and so I need more storage. Like, this is kind of, I don't need paper in there. I need torches, coal. I'm trying to keep this to like random stuff that I don't have spots for elsewhere. I mean, but and then I'm just putting crap in here. Like, all right, but maybe like like my fighting stuff and everything. Whereas like here, this. Oh, wait, do it. And I love that I have my tools now. That took a good while to get all my tools and enchantments. Now they're not fully enchanted. They just got unbreaking and mending. I still need to do efficiency. I don't really need this, so I'm going to keep it just because. And then let's see. Found another treasure. Actually, wait, no, this can go in there. Like, because I've already got this Nautilus armor in here. So I've got all the armor trim. Coast armor trim. Like, I wonder what that looks like. Like, all right, especially in like the city texture pack, because that's copper armor. So, uh, and actually, wait. Yeah. No, never mind. I was gonna put the armor on the stand, but I feel bad putting like bad armor out there because I'll go to grab it one day and I'll be like, oh, it's broken. Like, there's no real point to it. Oh wait, yeah, whatever. Mm, dude, we don't really need any lava. Okay. What we need to do is we need to find. Uh, oops. There. Yeah, we'll do the cubes real quick. Okay. Do those. those. Just to consolidate the ingots down a bit. Okay, cool. And yeah, I missed that, but that's all right. And let's put the pumpkins up here. So eventually I'm hoping to have some nice pumpkin farms to where I can just harvest all that stuff and get tons and tons of... All this stuff needs to kind of go away. Yeah, see, this is kind of garbage. Treasure map. Treasure map? I'll just have one of these be kind of like a... This is the compost garbage, whatever. Okay, cool. So, anyways, yeah, I might do some exploring. I want to do a Kubernetes cluster on a new laptop, and then eventually I'd like to save the image of the operating system to make it a capture the flag, as well as a system for learning computer science, and a standalone VM, basically. So what it'll be is it'll just have some files in there with like assignments. So you'll have to build certain things, and then there'll be some testing files in there that you test it against to make sure that it actually works. Yeah, for now, let's explore the Nether. Whoops, before I get too far. And I made backups of the maps too, so, and I put them in the same spot, so these will correspond, those will map to the 4 of these. And as you can see, boom. And it's weird that they're almost the same, like, as far as the layout. Like, the northeast part is like all water, except for a couple little islands. And then, like, there's a whole west and, like, south and all that. But anyways, they are different, and they are fully explored, so... yeah. We're gonna go into the Nether, and we're gonna try to find... So I need blaze rods, so I need to find some fortresses. And since I'm not playing competitive, like, I mean, I'm gonna stop short of actually taking it out of, adventuring into creative, or survival and into creative. Yeah, but look at that, just a giant lake of lava. Or it's magma since it's inside the planet. Alright, so anyways. I mean, I could go that way and cross into the other map. I was thinking about doing that. Let's actually, oops, no. Let's just explore this. I mean, it's gonna go quick. As you can see, I'm already, like, it's like, what, 1 block in the Nether is worth, or no, 1 block in the overworld is like 6 blocks in the Nether. That's why, like, I'm barely walking. I'm already, like, a third, almost halfway through, like, this side. This kind of dead ends. Okay. So far, this is a boring nether excursion. I thought this would just pop out on the other side, but we ended up digging pretty far, so... That's okay. I would like multiple pathways to get to different areas, because like going up and above, like at the very top, the highest like elevation, like by bedrock, that's like the safest way to travel in the nether, but it's also not very useful because you can't really see anything. Of course, I'm not seeing like anything out of this either. Like I've now made it to the next map section. Oh, there we go. Okay, so, but now I do have a way all the way across safely. Okay, good to know. There's like not much. Oh, and then once I get a silk touch, then I can harvest that glowstone. Hmm. Okay. Oh man. Ooh, that's death. Trying to see if any of that looks like fortresses or anything. Well, let's go back and kind of like meander another way. Haha. Alright, so we'll mark that. Try to cut down how much stuff appears out here, but you're not going to be able to keep the gas from spawning in the sky. It's almost this whole map segment is just a bunch of this sand. That's scary. Make it a little easier if I want to come through here when it's not in peaceful. No, I'm already out of torches. Oh wait, I need wood. That's pretty much like the whole, or well, half the map. Okay, let's just explore. That's all she wrote. I mean, it is cool. There's a few like rib cages and bones and stuff, and there's some. Oh, oh wait, spoke too soon. This is a thing. Or at least it's a part of something. Looks more like a bastion, I think they are. Not so much a fortress. And only a corner, so... I go down in there? I hear lava, so I gotta be careful. Ah! Gotta be careful not to fall. Huh. Alright, well, I mean, I don't know if this is really a bastion or if this is just like a chunk of one. Yeah, because it like ends right there. Usually these things are big, square, and like... There we go. Okay, that looks a little more promising. Like it's opening up into something. Yeah, okay, okay. Here it is. I mean, it's struggling, but it's here. Alright, so. Yeah. Take a lodestone. Take some golden boots. Oh man. This is stressful and like and it's in peaceful. Like if it wasn't in peaceful, oh man. Don't want to get burned. I do kind of want to cut back up to... Oh! There we go. Okay, so now we're back in like the map. Oh, there we go. There we go. So now I have a nice little walkway. It's somewhat safe. I mean, not really. But now we know that there's a giant bastion over here. I mean, that's cool to like explore sometime and mob, and there's a bunch of gold that I could take. It's not all that exciting. Like, I mean, well, should we go ahead and take the gold? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of cursed. Like, declare war with them or something. Let's carry on. So, I want to keep going this way and see. Can't imagine doing this outside of peaceful. It would be so annoying. Okay, we're kind of a little high up. I would have liked to. I'm not gonna be able to see a lot this way. So we need nether wart, and we need blaze rods. So we definitely need like a fortress for a couple things. Ooh, that looks interesting. Oh my gosh. Yeah, imagine just getting attacked by that whole herd of things. Oh man. I mean, more cool places, but no fortresses. So, yeah, I might have to go into the other map section. Let's get out of here. Pretty much this whole map does not have a fortress. That's disappointing. That looks interesting. That's just like a little mini bastion section. Okay. I'm glad this sand doesn't act like the overworld sand and falls. Like when you mine it or something like that. Like, oh. Because you see so much of this falling into the lava. Or that magma since it's internal. Alright. There's my base. It kind of blends in, but alright. Actually, let's go take a peek. So we have this way. What? Oh, there were gas things that loaded in. Interesting. It's peaceful, but there were still gas attacks going on there. And how are we doing on time? Okay, I was gonna say, I feel like this is about. Oh man, I don't like it. I mean, this kind of defeats the purpose of like using the tunnels at the very top. I mean, this is still like sketchy, but it's like slightly more useful because then you can see what's going on out here. I don't think there would be any fortresses like tucked into the different layers here, but like, yeah. So, anyways, as we're drawing up to the end of this one, I put like the alarm for like 37 minutes, and then I had to do some erasing and some stuff. So let's see. Let's just kind of pop over here to the edge. Oops. I mean, so ideally I would have a nether portal over here so then I could travel, but like, ooh, nice. Okay, so now we've popped out over here. Oh, look, the babies, they don't have a different baby variant for the city. So the baby, like, goes back into the other skin pack. Alright, cool. Well, we got here. I think I'm gonna come back and bring a bunch of like obsidian, make another portal, and then I can pop up to the overworld on this area and then have like the northwest corners. And ideally, I would have like one there and then one in the middle. But I don't want to like, you can't have them too close to other nether portals, so. In case I do want to take this out of peaceful, I want like some actual safe-ish. Okay, so the name of the game today is I gotta make a couple of calls, schedule some things, and make a Kubernetes cluster on a Dell Latitude laptop and see about just making some containers, really. I mean, that's like the whole... There we go. Oh, and there's the alarm. So, alright, well, did some exploring. Oh, and imagine this whole thing just falling because it's all sand. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, it's a wall. Oh well, let's go around. It's not the most secure base, but it's only meant to defend against a few of these random, yeah, with airlocks. Try to mitigate enemy spawns. And then my lava harvesting area. So, alright, well, ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one. We'll do some more of these, some Minecraft musings, some Luck of the Irish, and just this new world when realms are out of reach. So, alright, ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one.